Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Spin Fishing series here. It's almost nighttime, so I decided I'd start spin fishing right here off the bank instead of getting on the boat just to see what happens. Caught that 1 kilo perch, so I figured I'd at least get started here and get that recorded. But I'll probably stay here through the night. I'll probably pause the video just because I expect it to be a little bit slow through the night, and then we'll come back here in the morning when we get back in the boat. But didn't want to miss that perch, so we'll be right back. Still late fishing, and looks like we got a decent Vindus on, so figured I'd show that as well. 188 gram. We did catch two smaller Vinduses that really weren't worth showing, so I am fishing with the Aquila here. Probably another hour before I get out in the boat, but didn't want you to miss any good fish. And welcome back to our Russian Fishing for flip fishing or spin fishing series. Way to go, Tucker. This time at real time. Logged in, saw that it was a little bit late in the evening, and decided I'd go fish the rock over there by the campsite. We did catch 5 fish there, four fish, about 5 silver. I did take a quick look at the cafe before getting started here. There is a decent lake trout order, so I think it was 4 1.6 kilo lake trouts for 70 silver, and there's also a 190 gram Bendis order, so both of those are very possible. Definitely the lake trout one I expect. So between episodes, I did also pick up our reel that we had left to get upgraded, so I do have the re-upgraded Lacerti 2, this one to 5.4, just like the one that is on the rod we were fishing with overnight. I debated switching over to that, decided against it. Right now 7% to 6.9% before I started. Just it wasn't quite worn enough to warrant switching out yet, was my thought there. So getting started here for the day. I did buy, and I knocked my phone off the couch there if you heard a loud bang. I did buy a 5-day boat ticket. I know we're going to be here for a while, so went ahead and bought a 5-day boat ticket just to save a little bit of money and having to remember to buy one at the start of every episode here. So I did do that between episodes as well too. Didn't really do anything else different except for forgetting to log out overnight at the end of the last episode. Spent about 10 minutes logged in real life afterwards, so kind of wore out some food that I'm still playing catch up on from there. Decent Arctic char here. A little bit smaller than I had hoped, though. It is still a little bit early in the morning, 5:30 a.m. A little bit cold, so we'll see what we can do. Hopefully get some decent lake trout. Seems like it's a little bit more active today than it was yesterday. And we'll go from there today. The plan is to just grind up some more silver. I would love to get to 18 today. That might be possible. I don't think it'll happen, but it'll be close. We need about 23,000 experience points to do so. So not out of the question. I would say not likely. The Vindus order is 5 190 gram ones. That's going to be interesting. Those are pretty big Vinduses. We don't even have one yet. This one was real close. Pulled two scales off that I didn't mean to. Pulling it in. Just 2 grams short. Definitely some good comments on the last couple of videos. Definitely agree. Once I get to Volkov, we'll unlock some more things and be able to do a little bit different fishing. But right now, things are a little bit limited with what's available in stock at both here and at winding and mosquito. I still don't have a leader or a fluorocarbon leader on that rod. That's probably our next purchase, is the tool to make our own leaders. That is, I believe, 375 silver, plus then we need to buy the fluorocarbon line to build the leader. So there's another 60, 70. So we're looking at 450 or so silver before we can do that. So we're close. We're at 313 right now, plus probably 10 that we already have in the catch net. So 325. So probably another 100 silver needed there at least. So that's a possibility after this episode, that might be something we can do. Depends on how well things go. If we get the 1.6 kilo lake trouts, that'll be an easy one because that's 70 silver. But we just need the lake trouts to bite. I am thinking about switching the other rod over to using a wobbler because of that. We'll see. Actually, I am going to do that. Try and target bigger fish on this one. So we'll put our Dodger crank on there. It is early afternoon my time, and maybe mid-afternoon my time. So we do probably have our first snow of the year coming here in real life, so tonight might be interesting. Shouldn't be too bad. 2 to 3 inches is what they're saying, but it'll be mixed with rain as well too, so streets may be fun in the morning. Doesn't really impact me. I work from home. Part of why I can do this right now. Take a break and figured I'd do a quick record. And got what looks like a decent fish here, maybe. Another big perch. And a little bit small. Still a marker, so not bad, but not big enough for the order. Small, decent lake trout. A couple of 2 kilo lake trout would be perfect. For 1 3/4. Decent char. Not quite a marker though, unfortunately. It was an artic char and 2, not a char. I did not look to see if I could get a leader over at Winding or Mosquito today. I just hadn't logged in. And if I'm going to get this episode done before it gets too late, I gotta do it now. Didn't have time to run around. Now I probably did because I logged in and spent some time shore fishing the rock over there. So we were fishing from right there on the shore towards that rock overnight just to see what we could get. It's kind of curious. Didn't get much, but did get this nice 1.1 kilo perch though. And a decent Vindus. That Vindus also as well, 188 gram. Here we go. Please be a Laker. Small. I got up for his afternoon stretch and shake. Didn't want jingly dog collar noises on the video there. Sounds like a decent one over on the other rod. Already had this one pretty much pulled in, so it made sense to keep reeling it in. I haven't seen this one jump yet, which makes me think it may not be a lake trout. If it is a lake trout, it definitely qualifies for the order, though. Come on, fishy fish. Done get caught. Just saw it. I couldn't tell what it was. I think it is a Laker. Yeah, it's a lake trout. Or is it a rainbow? Might be a rainbow trout. Yeah, it's a big rainbow trout. Got it. 3.48 Rainbow, nice fish. 8,700 experience points. That is a beautiful fish. And got lucky. We had a pike on this line the whole time, too. Other cell phone just fell off the couch onto a empty can on the floor, evidently. Another small lake trout, not quite big enough for the order. Try and get out of this area. This area is weirdly shallow at times. I'm afraid it's kind of pikey too. Let's go back to the Aquila. Dog sitting at the top of the stairs up into the hallway. Just sitting there, whining a little bit. I think he wants to go out and play here in a little bit before the rain gets here. The cold and the rain, my knee is already starting to hurt. He also probably hears me talking and thinks he needs to talk too. A lot of times he does that when I'm on calls for work. This is a decent laker. Still just barely a kilo. Keep looking over my shoulder at the dog to see what he's doing. Small grayling. Was a cursed grayling too. Small artic. Is that rainbow big enough to be a weekly record? I don't think so. That's a good Vendus. That one qualifies for the order. My driving doesn't qualify for anything other than being drunk. Second time I ran the boat aground today. Rocky, come here. Where's Rocky? Dog's whining. I'm also sitting with a stocking cap on just because it's cold in general and there's not a lot of insulation on the dog's also not used to seeing me like that. Decent grayling here. This will be worth probably 10 silver. Maybe a little bit more, like 15. Still haven't gotten big enough lake trouts, unfortunately. That big rainbow put 18 as a possibility today now. I just hit the wrong button there. Hit S, which stopped the boat. Had to put it back in trolling mode. Got a decent fish on here too. Another 1.2 Laker. Decent artic char here. I think the dog's still getting used to time change, and last week was just weird. A appointment on Monday for my mother and Friday being Veterans Day holiday. He's used to this being a time to go out. But it's still about an hour early. Half an hour, 45 minutes early. Another small Ventus, not quite big enough for the order. Today's been a good day, though. At least as far as silver making goes in game, we're looking pretty good. Still small. I don't think we're gonna get the 1.6 kilo lake trout, unfortunately. But that rainbow trout may make up for it. I don't know. Actually curious, what is the weekly rainbow record right now? 13 kilo, good God. Okay, that rainbow trout wasn't quite as good as I thought it was. Yeah. It wasn't horrible though. I'd love to get one of those Dodger cranks. That's a 5. That might even be possible to get. The 7s I've never found anywhere but until you can get to Volkov. Or the Dodger Crank 10s, number 7. The only place I've ever been able to find that's Volkov, and we don't unlock Volkov till 20. At 18, we do unlock Bear Lake, but that is very much a float fishing and bottom fishing lake. So I'm letting rod 1 there keep tension on while I pull this fish in because I knew I could pull this one in real quick. That was a decent fish. I'm kind of glad I made that decision. Let's get 2 back in the rod pod and then let's chase 1. I was afraid if I tried to chase 1 with the fish that was on 2, I was going to lose the fish on 2, and it looked like it was a pretty decent fish before I even started reeling it in, and I'm kind of glad I made that decision. Got another decent one on 2, but I'm making progress on 1, so it's not worth switching. I'm not really having to chase 1 as much as I thought I was going to. And I've got rod 1 in my hand right now. I can hear people talking outside. That's probably going to get the dog interested. Decent lake trout. There's our first one for the 1.6. This is a big pike. Got lucky that one didn't bite through. Don't beach the boat again. Don't beat the boat. I beached the boat again. That's 3 times. Small Bendis. It was bigger than I thought. It was a marker. Looks like we're 6,500 experience points away from 18. I'm not going to roll 18 out yet. I'm not going to roll it in either, but oh, I think it's time for the kids to start coming home. Sounds like kid voices outside. Nice Vindus. It's 2 of 5 for the big Vindus order that I wasn't sure we'd get. This feels like a pretty good fish too. Come on, fishy fish, get in the boat. I haven't seen this one yet either, so I don't know what it is. I have my flashlight on all day. I'm glad you don't have to buy batteries in game. I also don't want to give the devs an idea there either. I briefly saw the tail, but not enough to recognize what type of fish it was. It's a big artic char. Right now we're about even on its pulling strength and this rod's pulling strength. Probably a 3 to 4 kilo artic char here would be my guess. And I bet I'm high, honestly. Bet it's probably like 2.5. I'm hoping it's 3. Didn't realize I had a fish on the other line. Probably not the best thing to do to stop the boat, but if we lose that other fish, we lose the other fish. And he was able to get some progress on me, so I'm going to start the boat back up, obviously. Got him. 4.7. Nice fish. Very nice fish. I actually have something over here I do. Not surprised I ran aground here in this weird grass area. So this is always fun. I can't actually do it. Well, I was able to. It's possible that you beach the boat good enough that you have to push off, and I was getting ready to do that, but I was able to get it to move before then. Heard the dog cough and wanted to make sure he was okay. I think he was sniffing something he shouldn't. But we're 800 experience points away from 18. I will say more than likely we will get 18 today now. more than likely we'll probably have a decent silver haul. Still would love, I think, 2 more, 3 more. No, we only got 1 lake trout. That's big enough. Yeah, puppy wants to go out here in a second, so we still have a little bit of time to finish this run. See if we can't get another couple fish, get up to 18. And a small perch, another small perch over there. That was at least a marker, though. Trying to convince a dog to come back up on the couch. Small, whatever the hell this is. Whining dog. Yeah, he definitely wants to go outside here in a second, so we'll have to wrap this up maybe a little bit early. Still got a few minutes. That's another decent Savan. Personal record for the maximum total weight today. 1 more decent fish away from 18. Small perch. That one doesn't count as a decent fish. This one probably won't either. Small pike. A nice perch. 2.2 kilo. And another small perch. this point, I just want to get to 18. We're close enough. Small lake trout, still not enough. Got a dog sitting down, staring at me over the monitor, over my laptop screen. I typically take him out here in 5 minutes anyway, so I think he's just reminding me of that. And before time change last weekend, we oftentimes go out at this time anyway, so. This might do it. There's level 18. Decent Ventus to level up on too. I'll probably head towards shore. It's starting to get dark out anyway here, so things are going to slow down anyway. But I'm not going to speed towards shore. We'll keep fishing until we get there. But 57 fish today, not a bad day at all. Good, decent rainbow trout, good, decent artic char. I think those are our two biggest so far. Good number of decent venduses too. Yeah, this grayling will be worth a good amount too. So I think we've got over 100 silver in the bank today. Probably closer to 150. Notice we needed 100 XP, 100,000 XP to go from 17 to 18. We need 150,000 to go from 18 to 19. All right. Hope he just laid down for a second. Looks like we're going to come into shore here, so I'm going to go ahead and reel everything in. When you're on a boat, you definitely want to do that, because if you leave your rod on the boat, it takes, like I just did, it takes boat time when you're not in the boat. Definitely want to reel everything in before you get out of your boat. All right, so cafe, I don't think we're going to have anything. Big Vendus. 590 gram, we got 2. Great, 2 kilo grayling, didn't quite get that. Or 1.6 Lakers, didn't get that. And a big trout and a huge quarry char. 1,500 silver, that would be nice. So nothing at the cafe, unfortunately. Still a good day. Still a good day in my mind. We'll see if my mind is correct here in a second. The 4.9% on bait harvesting. And if we sort by price here, 38 silver for the rainbow trout, 25 for the artic char, 20 for the grayling, 138 overall. So not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. Gets us up to 450 silver. We're probably close to being able to afford the tool to make, and I just punched the microphone. We're probably close to the tool to make leaders, but then we'll also need oh, it's more expensive than I thought it was. It might be $475. You need this Piscarama fishing tool. Again, here at Quarry, it's expensive, so I'll check on another account if it's cheaper elsewhere. But we would need that, and then we would also need the materials. So not gonna get that probably right now, unfortunately, just because we're not going to be able to afford that. Probably one more day of fishing for that. So appreciate everyone watching. Today turned out to be a good day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye now.